We finally get an update regarding the state of Faction Wars, as well as the next ship for Season 3, and information regarding what we can expect in Year 2, Season 3 of Skull and Bones. Article from Ubisoft linked below in the description section. Letter from the producer. In the previous letter, they shared an update for their plans for Year 2, Season 2, and Faction War. More specifically, they renewed their commitment to quality, strengthening the game's core experience, putting the community feedback at the heart of everything they do. Since then, the team has been hard at work building and improving the foundation of Faction War, and are confident things are heading in the right direction. Today, they're excited to confirm the release of this anticipated new in-game feature with the launch of Year 2 Season 3 coming up in October in just a few weeks from now. This update will continue to include several new additions, improvements as we continue to focus on what we believe makes Skull and Bones unique, its naval combat. Year 2 Season 3, for now, we'd like to share with you a high-level overview of the major features and improvements we have planned for Year 2 Season 3. We'll follow up with more details in progress through dedicated dev blogs as well as a full patch notes, which will be made available closer to the launch date. So let's take a first look at Year 2 Season 3, Guts and Glory. Faction War. Our vision for Faction War remains the same, a new community-driven in-game experience in which players pick a side and fight for control over the Indian Ocean. Here's a brief overview of what the core gameplay loop will look like for the Faction War in the initial release. So in this little video, you clearly see the French and the Dutch going at it, and you'll be able to pick a side at the beginning of the season. The French, the Campagne Royale, or the company, or the Dutch Mercantile Company, the DMC. The choice is yours. So it looks like you're going to have to actually pick a side. I guess you're not going to be able to switch sides during the war. You have to stick with the Campagne or the DMC. Participate in various activities to collect war assets and push your faction closer to victory. During each battle phase, aid your faction by capturing, defending contested territories. Earn unique rewards for your efforts. Should your faction be victorious at the end of the war, you'll earn more spoils. Whether the faction you side with is victorious or not, you'll need to prepare yourself for the next fight, for dominance begins on a clean slate. These are just the foundations for what we envision for a new long-term evolving in-game experience, which your feedback will help shape throughout the future seasons of Skull and Bones. It will also open the door for new features and more fearsome threats that we'll touch on at the end of the letter. For more in-depth information about Faction War, keep an eye out for the dedicated dev blog coming soon. The Year 2 Season 3 ship will be the Sloop of War. This was rumored for a few weeks now to be the next ship. It's going to be, I guess, a poison-based vessel, the Poison Spreader. Year 2 Season 3 will bring a new medium ship that excels in dealing damage over time through its efficiency and updated poison weapon archetype. If you like watching your enemies slowly wither away while you stay out of reach, this ship is built for you. We will share more details about the Sloop of War soon, so stay tuned. Hopefully this ship will not be too difficult to build, and I'm guessing that it will require deep iron. Probably the Corvette will as well going forward, but hopefully no other quote-unquote new metals to grind. Narrative. As the conflict between the DMC and the Campagne intensifies, the season's story takes a darker turn, unveiling a secret that will plunge you deeper into the heart of the war. Someone's been pulling the strings all along, but who and why? Is it Unita? That's probably Unita. Just kidding. By taking out the season's quests and contracts, you'll be the one who brings some secrets to light. New weapons, armor, and furniture. Obviously, these are poison-based, which complements the new Sloop of War. Year 2 Season 3 will introduce new weapons, armor, furniture, some of which are designed to shine on the Sloop of War. Well, obviously. Time-limited events. Season 3 will bring back time-limited events with new twists. Requiem of the Lost returns to haunt the seas with its eerie atmosphere just in time for Halloween. So that means that the Halloween cosmetics and hopefully the heliport cannons will also be back with the Requiem of the Lost event coming up in October. Azure Solstice will once again challenge captains to face the frozen convoys. If you participated in this event before, you can look forward to brand new rewards. For captains joining for the first time, you have a chance to get the rewards from the previous edition. So I'm guessing coming up in October, that's when we'll have the Halloween event, Requiem of the Lost, where you can get the Halloween cosmetics for your captain, as well as your ship, and heliports for a lot of you that have been wanting heliports. And then I'm guessing the Azure Solstice event will probably kick off in November, if I'm not mistaken. Mythic Lepest. Face off against Lepest, now imbued with renewed power, unleashing wider devastation with his new weapons, Spread Toxic Plague, during his deadly ramming phase. This encounter gives you a chance to secure a loadout that perfectly complements your new ship, the Sloop of War. I'm guessing this is a deadly version of Lepest, kind of like a deadly version of Vikram. Also similar to the other World Tier event that's very popular right now, the Wolf's Hollow Megafort. So I think that's the direction they're going to be going with Mythic Lepest, or Deadly Lepest. So that should be interesting. Quality of life updates. Though our focus is on delivering quality of death for other naval combat, we've identified many areas of improvements thanks to your thoughts and suggestions. We'd like to highlight a few that we believe you have been waiting for, including Ascension locking. Since the introduction of Weapons Ascension, one highly requested feature was to have the ability to lock specific mods and reforge specific stats. You asked, and we listened. This is great news, especially if, like, for example, you want, well, something specific, right? And you just want a better version of it instead of, like, rolling other things that you don't want. Then good news, you'll be able to actually get the particular Ascension ability and upgrade. And it looks like they've upgraded to 75 attempts, which is definitely better than 60. So I guess you get 15 more, according to this screenshot. Prior to reforging modification, you'll be able to pin the lock to choose a stat in place, enabling you to reroll the value without losing what you already had. Okay, so I do like this. This is a step in the right direction when it comes to Ascension. We're also getting Armor Ascension with Year 2 Season 3. Blacksmith will offer the extension of the Ascension service. Another popular request you've been asking for is Armor Ascension, which will finally be available. In other words, yeah, we're going to be broke. More upgrade parts and more silver, heading towards ascending our armor. In addition to Ascension Lock and Armor Ascension, future updates will be a wave of quality of life improvements aiming to enhance your core gameplay experience. Here's a quick look at some of the highlights. Increased reforge attempts. We've increased the number from 60 to 75. If you use all the attempts in specific items, they'll gain 50 more. So any current existing ascended items that you currently have on your ship or your warehouse will automatically get a plus 15, especially for the ones that are currently at 0. You'll get 15 more attempts. Sailing and navigation, we've added new optical indicator, improved visual effects to help you sail smarter. When your ship is properly aligned with the wind, you'll now see a clear indicator shows that you're gaining a bonus to sailing speed. Map improvements in Year 2 Season 3. We're improving how key markers are filtered and prioritized on the minimap, so you can navigate more easily based on your feedback after the dark map mode was introduced. We've also adjusted the colors of the map to lighter blue to add more visual elements like clouds, tides, to make the map feel more dynamic. And here's some early versions in development. Okay, so I do like the look of the map that they added in Year 2 Season 1. Obviously, the Year 1 map had a torn piece indicating that there would eventually be an expansion. I don't know if the expansion will actually happen. But I think a lot of people have grown accustomed to the newer map. So I don't know if the clouds are really necessary, but hopefully it's well received by the community. Domains, as part of our ongoing changes to reduce the clutter on the map, we've made some changes to encounters with Sea Lords, Sea Monsters. Domains are now areas where you'll be able to sail to, draw out the Sea Lords, Sea Monsters to battle with them. Okay, that's interesting. The Seasonal Hub and Seasonal Journey with Year 2 Season 3 will introduce a new seasonal ecosystem in the game. The goal of this feature is to give players easy access to all currently available events, store offers, engagement systems in one single screen. We're also introducing the Seasonal Journey, which provides buffs for duration of the season for completing quests. So it looks very similar to the, I guess, the skill tree for the Helm. So repair, munitions, torpedo boost, Darnell boost. Okay, well, that's interesting. We'll see how this works in the next season. See, water spouts, originally planned for Year 2, Season 3. A new feature creates opportunities to slingshot yourself across the water. Edges of spouts or wreck your sails if you get caught in it. We're continuing to polish this feature to ensure the quality of launch. The chance to may release slightly later in Season 3. We'll keep you updated on the progress. So, yeah, the water spouts are a tornado. Yeah, you don't want to go in the middle of that, or else it'll end rather badly. Looks like it'll actually damage your sails if you get a little too close to a water spout. Cosmetics. We remain committed to delivering cosmetics and content shaped by your feedback with a strong focus on darker, grittier cosmic designs. Year 2, Season 3, you can expect more striking looks. And if you go into the shop right now, there's some really good looking cosmetics they added as of today, Tuesday, September 9th. But it will cost you some gold. Do you have some? Looking beyond Year 2, Season 3, development of Skull and Bones has always been an evolving process. Building experience for you, with you, and our goal is to keep you updated as the progress unfolds. We'll have more to share soon. By laying the foundation of the Faction War Year 2 Season 3, we're building the framework needed to introduce even more fearsome threats and new features in the future. We want everything to feel connected, which is why getting the first iteration of the Faction War right is our priority. Once this groundwork is solid, we expand the Skull and Bones world in a new direction. That being said, we know you'll love sneak peeks, and we promised one at the start of this letter. So here it is. The brand new ship, the Corvette, currently in development, planned to make its grand entrance in Year 2, Season 4. Please note that what you see is early concept art, subject to change as we continue to refine its design. I mean, basically, it's not that different from the Corvette that is already in the game, just like the frigate that's already in the game with some obvious tweaks. But I am excited about the Corvette. I hope that it turns out to be a very good large ship that actually complements the frigate. And speaking of threats, there's a bitter chill born on the winds of St. Anne. A whisper carried through the cobbles in the dark of night. Foreboding, a sense of fear, trepidation even. Something's coming, Captain. Fear is the great power. Soon you shall be devoured. Taken you shall be. There is an unusual odor in the air at Dutchman's camp in Season 3. Whatever could it be? Join us live on September 10th, 2 a.m. UTC for the Next Deck live stream. It's going to be on the Ubisoft Twitch channel in case you're curious. They'll be showcasing the gameplay videos and taking the opportunity to answer some questions. And by the way, if you want to know exactly what time that stream's starting for you, in order to check your local time, just click right there. See you on the high seas, captains. Article from Ubisoft, link below in the description section. Year 2, Season 3, sounding very promising. And by the way, the other event is still going on, the Weeping Mother, which has been pretty easy to do. And I've already gotten all the cosmetics for it, so hopefully you've gotten the cosmetics for the ship, for your character as well. Because you still got a few more weeks to grind the Weeping Mother event in order to get the store cosmetics as well as everything in this pass here. So you definitely want to do this as well. And this is with the Smuggler's Pass, so you don't have to pay anymore for this additional event pass for Darktide Lullaby. But yeah, looking forward to October for Year 2, Season 3. The Halloween event's returning, so your chance to get those cosmetics, as well as grinding for the heliports, one of the best cannons in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, I love these things. Heliports are amazing. I like what they're doing with the Ascension. That's good, the Ascension lock-in, and giving us an additional 15, I guess, re-rolls. Plus, we're getting an Armor Ascension, which means you better start grinding for more upgrade parts and more silver, because that's a great way to get broke in this game, is with Ascension for weapons and coming up armor in Skull and Bones. And hopefully the Sloop of War turns out to be decent. It'll be a poison-based vessel, and there's some new poison-based weapons coming in the game, and there's going to be like a, I guess, a deadly version of La Peste. And he's probably my least favorite elite captain to go up against, because I think he's one of the scariest ones, especially if you get too close to him or his gas bombs fall on you. So I can only imagine how much more fearsome a deadly version or a mythic version of Lepest is going to be, but hopefully the rewards will be well worth it. There was no word about whether or not the land combat is coming in Year 2, Season 3. It's supposed to, along with the officers, but since they had to push back the faction war, I guess we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to whether or not Year 2, Season 3 also includes the land wars, which a lot of us have been asking for, with the land battles, probably against like PvE enemies. Maybe at first, maybe in the future they'll add PvP versions, which would be nice, and the officers once again. And yeah, I'm hoping that Year 2, Season 3 continues to be a positive direction for Skull and Bones, because so far, for the most part, it's gone pretty good, with a few minor setbacks and issues here and there. But yeah, Year 2, Season 3, coming in October. I'm very much looking forward to it. Your thoughts, views, and opinions, welcome, as always, below in the comments section.